The mind, the body, and the soul as a way of looking at your life is a concept I talked about in my most recent video. It is a huge part of what I'd kind of call living a philosophical life, kind of based on ancient Greek ideals, or you could even call it kind of like a Renaissance type of person. And in that video I mentioned that there are 3 fundamental tasks that will develop your mind, your body, and your soul. Like, you can do these tasks for the rest of your life. These could be essentially the only things you do outside of whatever work or job you have and talking to family and friends, and you'd still live an amazing life. Just these 3 things if you explored them to their limits. So for this probably pretty short video, I'm gonna want you to be pretty focused. So just take one mindful breath just to really get yourself in the mindset. You're going to pay attention to this because after this video, you should be thinking about ways that you can develop upon these tasks to make them more difficult and to make them affect your life even more powerfully than they would already. So let's just do that together. Okay, that was a little silly, but we'll get on with the rest of the video. So here are the 3 tasks. You have journaling for the mind, you have exercise for the body, and you have meditation for the soul. That's pretty much it, but obviously I'm going to need to talk a little bit more about this to go into a little bit more depth and not just leave it at that. So to begin, how does journaling help with your mind? Well, first off, journaling is an excellent way for you to self-reflect. It is also a great way for you to learn to think logically, critically, to organize your thoughts, to write about how you're feeling, and also allows you to set goals for yourself and to keep yourself on track. I have been journaling, I want to say, for the past 4 or 5 years, kind of on and off, but in the past 2 to 3 years have been way more consistent. I have tons of journals that have been completely filled, and I kind of use my journal in a way like Marcus Aurelius does, where he uses it to keep himself in check, to remind himself of virtues, and to be a good moral person. That's kind of how I use it. I use my journal as kind of a bunch of aphorisms and wise sayings to myself. Not to be self-aggrandizing by saying wise, but you get what I mean. And there are so many other things you can do for journaling as well. There's gratitude journaling. There's kind of like that deep journaling thing where you're really trying to solve a specific issue in your life, something along those lines, where you might sit down for, say, 30 minutes just writing everything out. There are so many different ways that you can explore journaling, and that is incredibly helpful for your mind. If you just journaled and you did nothing else to improve your mind, you would have a great mind. It would be logical, it would be efficient, it would be sharp. You would be one of the smartest people that you know just by doing journaling. Next, exercise. Kind of obvious. Exercise allows you to get stronger. It allows you to endure more, keep up your stamina, which both of those are actually very good for your mind as well. Having that discipline, that endurance is incredibly good for doing tasks that require your mind. And also it has been shown that exercise helps the mind. It primes the mind to think as well. However, there are other parts of health and improving your body. So why did I focus on exercise? I could have said it's diet. I could have said that it's sleep. I could have said that it's any number of things. But exercising is the one task that kind of incorporates all of those. Because if you want to be athletic, if you want to get good at exercise, that already kind of necessitates that you control your diet, that you have a good diet. It necessitates that you get good sleep, so you're rested and your muscles are allowed to grow if you do weight training. It also requires that you do some kind of warming up and stretching, which is also a very important part. Flexibility is very important, and so many other ways. So any kind of exercise is just incredibly important for your life as a whole, and I think that if you exercise, your body will be great for the rest of your life. As long as you keep in mind that you want to get as close to optimum exercise results as possible, the rest of your health will just automatically improve. You'll automatically have a better diet, you'll automatically have better sleep, you'll automatically be more flexible, you'll be more able-bodied if you just focus on trying to have the best exercise results possible. And there are so many ways you can exercise. You can go on runs, you can do specific sports, you can do martial arts, you can do weight training, you could even do CrossFit or whatever. And I'll probably make videos about each of these 3 topics, but I think exercise has a lot of different facets that all contribute to having a healthy life. And also exercise increases endorphins and whatnot, so you also get happier when you exercise as well. Finally, for the soul, we have meditation. If you watched my last video and you heard how I was describing the soul, you will pretty much immediately see how meditation is helpful. Yeah, there's a part of meditation that allows you to process stress or anxiety and whatnot, but the most important part of meditation is about mindfulness. It's about being present. And if you've listened to what I talked about with the soul in the other video, a lot of what the soul has to do is with presence and flow states and connecting to what's around you. And meditation allows you to do that on such a supreme level. It just really allows you to connect to what's around you. That's the whole point. Meditation is all about sitting there, trying to realize that you are not your thoughts and that you're just an observer of everything around you and how you connect to all of it. Meditation is what allows you to be present when you're performing whatever your flow task might be, which I'll probably talk about those later too. It allows you to be present when you're talking to other people. It allows you to focus because you're not having a million different thoughts about completely random things. And even if you are, it allows you to essentially rein them in and take back control. So meditation is incredibly important for the soul, but I think that's kind of obvious. Meditation has been a part of multiple religions for a very long time. Meditation and the soul really link together really well anyway. One thing you might have against it is that you might not think that you have time to incorporate these, or you might not even think that they're very effective. Well, they are effective. They've been shown multiple times that they're very helpful in numerous studies, and just try it for yourself. You'll see that it's helpful. And when it comes to the time commitment, you don't have to start big. You don't have to meditate for 30 minutes. You don't have to exercise for 3 hours. You don't need to journal for 5 hours a day. You can quite literally start any of these tasks by just doing like 5 minutes of them a day. 5 minutes of meditation every day will change your presence and your mindfulness. 5 minutes of journaling every day will change how you think and how you view the world. 5 minutes of exercise, not as effective obviously, but it's a great start to getting you into a healthier life. You don't need to do the big things right now. You just need to start small and gradually start to increase it and try out different things. That really is all you need to do. You just need to find some way to incorporate these a little bit, and as you do them more, you'll realize how good they are and you'll feel better when you do them. And you'll want to do them more, and then you'll start doing them more. Those 5 minutes of meditation will turn to 10. That might turn to 20, 30 minutes, an hour, even if you have that kind of time. 5 minutes of some push-ups or light jogging will turn to 10 minutes of exercise, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and so on. And to be honest, for the exercise that I do, which is kind of like Mike Menser style high-intensity training, you don't even need to be in the gym for an hour just to get larger muscles and to get stronger. And then of course do cardio and whatnot, but again, you can develop all that later. You just need to start small, build it up, and then you'll naturally want to explore different things. For journaling, you can just jot down random thoughts you have, random things you want to think about, or even just gratitude, just saying like, oh, I'm thankful for my water. Something as simple as that, and from there you can start building it up. You don't need to start big, you just need to build it up and eventually you'll get there. I'll probably make separate videos for each one of these to get more in depth about it, but that's all I want to talk about for now. So again, if you just start small and you do just these 3 tasks, you will have an amazing life and you will be living your best life even if you just did these 3 tasks, and then anything else you want to do on top of that will just make things even better. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. So tell your dog said hi. See ya.